Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a flip through of my December Memories album, also known as the Deconstructing December series over here on YouTube. So if you haven't been following along, I will put a link to the playlist below. But basically what my concept was, I had a few older December albums that I decided to deconstruct and re-scrapbook them in a more modern new way that I would enjoy. So these are all older memories from the past. So some of these have process videos, some don't, and here we go. So this is a Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters album. It's the regular, full size album. And I did cover it with just some fun pattern paper, added December memories on there with a label maker. And I did take some pages out also, I want to say. I took some out before I ever started, probably a good 10 pages out of the middle of the album so that it wouldn't get too crazy chunky. So here we go. So this is the first little layout that I did. Actually, I had printed off this photo of me and Greta from a Christmas past, and I printed it off big, and then I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. It didn't end up working, so I decided to just decorate these first two pages, and I basically dedicated the album to Greta. You guys might know she passed away in January of this year. So I did date this one with December 2021 to kind of let myself know that I'm retelling these stories. So I love having this picture. All of these large photos I print off at 7.2 by 9 on my printer. And now this paper and the embellishments and stuff, these are all from the Feeling Frosty collection from Simple Stories. My second layout was actually for Nelly and Clem. I'm on that design team, and there was a lot of super fun printables to play around with for Christmas. So I will also link that below if you're interested in checking these out. But this I wanted to do kind of like a not like a grid, but just kind of like, I was sort of getting the vibe from Retro Hip Mama of just kind of adding little things on the page with like maybe one photo. So I kind of got inspiration from some of her pages, but I also just kind of went with my own style. And this is a photo from a Christmas party from a lot of years ago that I found. It's just a Polaroid photo. I'll kind of show you guys up close a little bit. But I thought that I would document that. And then I kind of said Merry Memories. And I was basically saying I was going to fill this album with a lot of older memories. Then this spread, so I don't know if you guys are the same as us, but we definitely kind of correlate Christmas with Star Wars. So for several years, the new Star Wars movie would always come out around the holidays, and we always loved to wear our Christmas sweaters, or I would make Will wear one, and we would go to the new movie. So these were some older pictures from 2015. I kind of did my own little Princess Leia space buns, so I thought that that would be fun to document. And then I printed off this larger photo here of me and Will together in my old bedroom, actually at my parents' house. And yeah, before we went to the movie. So I really like the way that this one looks. And I did try to add little bits of journaling here and there just to remember some of these little memories. And of course over here I did add the pom-pom trim, and then I added a few Avery index tabs and just did a little bit of stamping on them just to help you realize that there are some pages to turn, because some of these thin ones kind of stick together. The next layout, we are back to using the Feeling Frosty collection again, and I thought that that collection worked so well with these photos with like the light grays and all of that. So I decided to do kind of like, almost like the 6x8 pocket page type vibe over here with a nice little cluster right here with my journaling. And these are some pictures of me and Will and Greta back in 2016, I believe. Yes, I tried to date everything. They were our Christmas card photos that year. And this was the same year of Greta. She was dressed like a little elf, and she looks so cute. She's just such a photogenic doggy. So I did just like an easy little flip here to have a few hidden photos underneath there. Then for the next one, this was just a really easy date day that me and Will went on one day in 2015, I believe. Yes. And I was in my Christmas sweater and my Christmas outfit, so I just thought that this would be fun to document. Will had his long hair, so I love those pictures. I loved his long hair. But I'm using the Apollo stamp set. If you see any like stamped out titles like this, also the Space Buns title, those are all with the Apollo stamp set from Feed Your Craft. So I've been using that a lot over this season. And actually this one and the previous one are a process video, and I think I added this full of holiday cheer after I turned the camera off. But I really like the way that this one looks with the large tag, adding in a little bit of texture with the ribbon there. And I love large photos. This one's also a very quick process video, but this was from one of our Christmas parties in 2015. So we used to have lots of Christmas and holiday parties around here. So I really just kept these pictures of me and Will from the party, but I love pairing the large photo with a couple of these Instax pictures. I think it's super cute, adding a little bit of journaling. And now I got the majority of these pictures off of an old phone that I kind of refound. So it's nice because I'm able to remember all of the dates because I have the phone to tell me. So I love that. Now this one I know I did off camera, and these kind of go together because they were the same year around the same time, but basically these are two really special stories for me. So this first side, this is a photo of my mom whenever she knitted 52 beanies for the assisted living home that is right down the street from us. So I have a few pictures of her with like all of her loot, and then we went there with this big huge Santa Christmas bag and we gave them out, and it was so sweet. Everyone was so excited, and those are some memories that I will never forget. We were there a lot at the assisted living because at the time my granny lived with us, and she actually had to stay there briefly, and that was hard, but the assisted living is only about 5 minutes from us, so that was great. So we were up there constantly. Now this is her when she was back home, but we have her little Santa hat on and stuff. But this is a special photo and story because this was actually the last year that my granny was with us. So she passed away the following February, but she lived to be over 99 years old. So she had a nice long life, and I actually took care of her for 6 years. There at the end. So she is always a really special person to me. So I'm happy to have that little photo tucked away in here to remember. Now, these are two totally different stories, but I just kind of put them together because I only had a couple pictures from each one. So this first one, I decided to do kind of a little layout, printed these photos off. I'd say that's about a 2x3. And I didn't have a lot of photos from this particular day, but I really liked the way that this layout ended up looking. This paper is from the Pink Fresh Holiday Magic collection. And then once again, I stamped out some of my title, and I used some of the alphas from the Pink Fresh collection as well. And so this is a story. I called it the Nolar Express instead of the Polar Express because here in town in Memphis, we had, I think it was in Memphis, but you could buy tickets to ride on the Polar Express. And you guys may have had something like that in your town as well. But ours wasn't great. So we got decked out in our PJs, went and rode the train, and it just wasn't for us. There wasn't very many lights. It just wasn't very well put together. And also, I get motion sickness really bad. So it just wasn't the most fun thing for us. But of course, me and my mom had a great time together. But that's just kind of a funny story to tell. So I love being able to tell even these like less thrilling stories in here about times that maybe didn't pan out the way that you wanted them to. But I'm really happy to have this in here regardless. Also, this little Santa in the middle of that circle is a sequin or like a piece that's probably like a clay piece that was in a sequin pack from Intercreativity shop. So I will link them below as well. I hope I remember all these to link, but super cute Christmas sequin collections there that they had. So I just popped one right on there. And then this photo is from our Christmas party in 2016, which I kind of stamped here in white. And this was just a picture of me and Will from that party. So some of these parties, I obviously do have a lot more photos than this, but I just made the decision to just document maybe one photo to represent that event. And sometimes I added more if I had more that I really wanted to document. But for now, like this one photo is okay for me. So I'm just happy to have that one. So I love the large photo paired with like the little layout over here. Just a little bit of journaling and embellishing. This one's one of my favorite ones, and this was actually on camera. But of course, at the very, very end, I decided to change this title. So originally it said Christmas Cuties, and they were both with this with these alphas, and then I ended up changing it so that they had, you know, two different fonts, which I think really set it off and helped a lot. So I decided to pair this picture of our Christmas tree. So this is the same Christmas tree that we currently have. So it pretty much looks like our tree now, but this is a photo from several years ago. And then I paired it with this picture of Will and Greta. I popped that picture up a little bit. That's probably like a 3x3, and told a little story about how sweet they both are and how they were always up for, you know, me wanting to take Christmas photos. And Greta was just the most photogenic doggy. I know I've said it so many times, but she knew when you wanted to take her photo and she would just let you do it. She would let you dress her up as long as you took it right back off, but she always let you get that picture. So I was just kind of talking about how appreciative I was of that, and stamped it with December 2016. This paper and the embellishments are from Pink Fresh Holiday Magic, and I just love that paper, so I knew I wanted to use that in here as well. This one was also on camera, but I did add a few little things afterwards, including these two stickers from Pip Sticks. So I thought that these were so cute. I got the Pip Sticks sticker advent calendar this year, and these were like in the first or second day, and they are so cute. So I had to add those. But so this is an example of one of the Christmas parties that we had in 2017, where I actually did want to keep a lot of the photos. So basically, I decided to take these 3 pictures of me and Will, and I printed these off probably around a 2x3, put them over here. And then I have one other photo of me and my friends here. And then I made this little pocket. And inside the pocket, I have a lot of additional photos. There's one more in there. But so then in the pocket, I was able to, you know, just add in a lot of photos. And I really liked these because these pictures are more like candid shots and just pictures of everyone at our house, which I liked more than just adding in like 50 pictures of everyone just posed in front of the Christmas tree or whatever. So I just thought that that was nice. But I do like adding a pocket here so that I could add all of those photos, but the layout is still pretty clean and I didn't have to add them all to the layout. This one was another fun one. I believe I did this one on camera as well. And this is all about how me and Will got engaged in December of 2017. So I decided to keep it pretty simple with this black and white photo, a picture of my engagement ring in front of the Christmas tree, and then I just put "We are engaged" with a little bit of journaling. And I love how I ended up stamping the date in white, which that's the Brilliance Moonlight White ink there, and it works really great on dark stuff. So this was another layout that I did for Nelly and Clem, and this was actually a New Year's party. So this was the same year, 2017, when we got engaged, and my sweet friend Rachel, she actually was having a New Year's party, which, fun fact, a few years before that, I don't remember how many years, but she got engaged to her husband, Will, at one of our New Year's parties, her New Year's party that she had thrown. But really special. I have so many special memories of these parties that we used to always throw. But anyway, so we went to this engagement party. To this New Year's party, and then it was a surprise engagement party. So it was really sweet. So there's me and Will, large photo, and then I used a lot of the fun Nelly and Clem printables, and I tried to use more of like the party, like drink themed ones. And I had a record player that's from a different Nelly and Clem kit, not the Christmas one. But I thought this was a nice way to kind of add in just a couple photos, and I used a lot of embellishments, but I think it flows really nicely, and I love it with the pom-pom trim over here. So love the way that one turned out. And we are nearing the end. But this one was also on my channel as a process video. So this was more Star Wars fun. So once again, Star Wars has always been a huge part of our Decembers together. So this was us in 2016 in kind of our matching-ish Star Wars sweatshirts before we went to the movies. Also off camera, I added Star Wars Xmas with the Dymo label maker. So I just thought that that was pretty cute. And then over here, instead of printing these off as 3x4s, I printed them off a little bit smaller at probably like a 2x3 size, so that they would just fill up the middle portion of the layout. And then I kept it really simple with just some embellishments, and I grabbed those Social Paper Plan Star Wars stamps, which are so cute. So I'm really excited to use those again. I know the new Boba Fett show is on Disney Plus. It just dropped the other day. And also, I think The Mandalorian's coming back early this next year. So I definitely think I'll get some good use out of this stamp set. So I'm excited about that. I did add a little Avery index tab here because this page is super thin. And it just kind of helps you move it back and forth. And then lastly, this is a photo, one of my favorites, of me and Will and Greta and Penny. We're all wearing our beanies, and that was one of our Christmas photos that we took in 2017. So it's just a one photo layout, added a little cluster. Off camera, I did tear this piece, this polka dot piece, and add it up there just for a little something. And then I have the kind of lighter, thicker pom-pom trim there, and that is it. And then you just have the back of the album decorated as well. So that's it for this one, guys. I shared, I think, 3 process videos, and in the very first one, I do kind of give you a glimpse inside of my old albums, but I'm just really happy that I decided to redo some of these memories. This album, you know, the thing is, for me, I'm the only person that looks through my albums, as I've said many times before, and I was never looking through them. Honestly, they kind of made me sad when I did look through them because I just wasn't happy with them, and I was definitely not happy with the quality of the photos. They were just atrocious. So now I'm excited to look through this album. I think it's so cute. It brings me so much joy, and I'm so glad that I was able to, you know, take a step back and remember all of these great times and tell these stories and get them documented. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Maybe I'll do another one next year. Who knows? I'm sure I have more things to document in the future. Some old Christmases. But anyways, guys, I hope that y'all had a wonderful holiday. I hope you have a super happy New Year's and New Year's Eve. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a like, and please consider subscribing if you haven't. Go follow me on Instagram, Leilani_scraps. I have my Patreon info below, all that good stuff. So I will talk to you guys soon, and yeah, have a great one. Bye, y'all.